New Microsoft Copilot pricing. Microsoft have announced that they're going to be changing the way they charge for Microsoft Copilot. My name's Giles and I founded Syn-Star nearly 25 years ago, and we've been helping businesses with their IT support and cyber security. And what we found with businesses is the way that they need supporting is evolving continuously, and we'll help them on every step of the journey. The first way they're charging is in their native products. So for example, if you want help with writing an email, taking notes during a meeting, or using Copilot within any of their main applications, things like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. And for that, it does seem that they're going to keep the fixed monthly charge, and you can use it as much or as little as you want to. So obviously with this, we would always recommend that you're going to train your teams first. Don't just roll out Copilot for everyone, because a lot of people won't necessarily use it. So make sure that you manage how your teams are going to be trained so that they'll get the most out of that investment that you're going to be making. The second way that they're going to be charging is through tokens or usage. So they'll be charging you the more you're using it, but effectively the more you're using their engine. And this is for things outside of the Microsoft standard environment. An example could be that if you ask Copilot to create you a report based on X, Y, and Z data, whether that's uploading documents or whether that's connecting to other apps, then in the background, what Copilot does is it's going to go away, it's going to chomp away a load of tokens, effectively using its brain power to then create that report. So it's going to sift through all the data, it's going to pull it all together, it might ask you some questions, and then it will create that report. Because that's outside of the Microsoft realm, as it were, you're not doing it within Excel, for example, this is where it's going to charge you on a per token basis. Now, we don't really know exactly how many tokens are used for different types of tasks, but what we're estimating is that it will probably be between 150 to 200 pounds or dollars per month if you're quite an active user of AI, or if you start to use quite a lot of the automation. So for example, if you're running a report, but you want that report run every week, then it's going to be using up lots of tokens. But this is also where we feel that AI is going to evolve to, and it's about using AI more efficiently, or using different types of AI tools depending on how they charge. An example could be that you bolt in ChatGPT that you pay £20 a month for. It does a lot of the donkey work that's going to use up a lot of tokens. It then pulls that information into Copilot, then you use the tools within Copilot. So it's just about understanding how they charge, and then potentially this is where you'll use different tools. And this is really where we feel that AI is going. There's not going to be one dominant thing, albeit what we would say as a Microsoft and as a cyber security company, using things within Microsoft means that it's got that added security. Whereas if you are getting your teams to use lots of different tools, then it's just a lot harder from a security perspective. So we hope you found this useful. Please do follow us for more updates like this, but also why don't you download our free AI usage policy? This really is where the security part starts with using AI. If you've got different members of your team using it in different ways, how do you know how secure the business is as a whole? So we'd always recommend download our AI usage policy and just get users trained and get them to understand what the risks are.